I think there's both a challenge and a opportunity. The challenge is SDN pretty much is a new level of the playground that everyone can get in and start develop a solution. So incumbent actually have a disadvantage in this regard. However, I think that also provide a way that they can right now extend their current offer from a physical network to a virtual network. That they got the better position that provide an overall solution to be able to cope the customer need on both physical side and virtual side.
One of the things that we sometimes jokingly say internally is when you have 1% market share, the question of incumbency is almost a moot point. At Extreme, we've always been predicated on openness, interoperability. We're not in a position to try to mandate a stovepipe, teal-colored solution. And so the proof is really in the interoperability testing we've done. The proof is in the standards involvement that we have. And I think that's the promise, an organization being able to deploy best-in-breed hardware and software from a number of networking and application vendors to create a functional SDN environment.
So I think that's a very good question. It could be a major disruption actually I believe that it's a major disruption to the business model. It probably isn't a big disruption to Cisco's and the Junipers of the world, but it definitely is a big disruption to the business model because companies now have to start thinking of becoming more of a software systems company rather than a hardware systems company, which is the legacy for Cisco, Juniper, Brocade, HP, Alcatel. And we believe that if you fast forward few years, companies that are probably best positioned to break away from being a hardware-oriented systems company is probably Cisco and Juniper, because the rest of the companies have not invested as much in the software side as much on the hardware side.
It's a big challenge. It's very different than what incumbent traditional networking vendors have been building so far. And software-defined networking is interesting because it's creating a much more competition between incumbent vendors, between vendors and new companies, but also between incumbent networking vendors and systems vendors.
Well, I think it's actually an opportunity to help our customers achieve some of their goals. I think, HP, for example, has been talking a lot about, solving the network complexity, simplifying, and so forth. And I think SDN is a great technology that allows us to do that. So I actually think it's an opportunity for the incumbents to do that. Obviously, the ability also to control different parts with SDN. SDN on its own, you need to sell solutions, and you can add different things to SDN to your solution. So I think it actually provides a great opportunity.